Welcome to the my podcast on error. It's a pun sort of. I'm joined by my friend of a couple of years. What maybe
It's
8?
been since middle school, dude.
So
Like sixth grade, first year middle school.
yeah,
However
Christian
many years that is.
Christian Armendariz.
Hello,
It's
nice to
probably
be here.
okay.
My name is Christian Armendaris.
I was gonna okay, okay. Uh, what's it? I'll be asking Christian a few questions. We'll be having conversations. Typical podcast stuff. Uh, so really, first, how's your day been?
Today, it's just a regular work day, Went into the office, little 8 a.m. sharp. Put in my work, you know.
Right, and what?
Got home, played some Elden Ring, did some homework.
Right. What do you do for work?
I work at a trucking company. I do a bunch of payroll stuff and accounts receivable, accounts payable. I keep contact with customers, talk to drivers about sending me their fucking paperwork because old drivers do not know how to send over stuff. They're not very good at technology, so I'm sort of like the middleman for that type of stuff as well.
Yeah, you mentioned it. I really never thought about how old your coworkers really are.
They're very old. They're like older than my parents. So
Oh, Jesus Christ.
it's like a generation of like bigotry and hatred that I've never seen before. Happening in my own household.
So do you feel any like pleasure in having a sort of power over them?
What type of power do I have over them? I don't even know. They're older than me, so they could probably win
Well, I
arguments
don't.
with
Couldn't
me.
you like give them like a wrong number or some shit? And I don't know. I don't know how your job works. That's not exactly what we're getting into. I just
Oh, I literally, yeah, I get that. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Well, I've got like I said, a few questions. This time around, sent it to you. I chose to uh, base these questions off of a common interest we share, being fashion. Very general questions. Didn't use a lot of brain power coming up with these.
Mhm.
So first question: how interested would you say you are in the fashion industry or fashion in general?
Well, that's very like fashion. I'm glad you said fashion industry and
Yeah.
then like fashion in general. So fashion industry, meaning like what's selling like on the shelves and like what you find at like JCPenney or like the luxury fucking brands like Gucci. Some of this shit I find very interesting, but I can't like it's like way outside my tax bracket and not worth like for one piece to like spend your whole like save up for like whole 6 months to pay for it. It's just not worth it for me right now. So like high fashion, I'm kind of interested in. Um, like trends, less now. I guess I'm less into trends. More like the main reason I'm into fashion is like just finding things that look good on me.
Right. So, but you'd say you at least pay attention to fashion, current news and whatnot. I know you're into
I s-
Marc Jacobs still.
oh yeah, Heaven by Marc Jacobs.
Yeah,
That used to be my shit, dude. It still is kind of.
yeah, it
They
used
just
to
had a
be.
spring release recently.
They did.
Yeah.
And it was his birthday recently, so I could only imagine it's gonna
Oh yeah.
keep moving up. And next question: when we met, did you think I was or even not even really when we met? I'd say in the first 4 years of us knowing each other, did you take me for the type of person to care about fashion, or at least the way I look?
Oh God, dude, I'm immediately picturing like a specific shirt you used to wear, like one of the my first birthday party that I ever went to.
Yeah.
Um, you were wearing this Zodiac sign shirt
Oh
that you
yeah.
wore like every
Every
other
day.
day.
Every day. Iconic.
That
Yeah.
it was iconic. I do respect someone like a recurring staples in a wardrobe for like well past how long they should show up.
And you know what? It's yeah. I can't. You can't even really call it that. I only wore that short shirt because of the my interest at the time, which still I talk about it all the time. Much similar to all of my other interests, but Homestuck. You know, I'm not gonna go into it, but
That's really why?
yeah, it is. It is because
Oh
Zodiac.
my
I'm
God.
telling you, it's super cringe, but I didn't tell anybody about it. It was just a cool. Because like what my dad. You ever heard of City Trends?
City Trends? No, I don't think I have.
No, it's like a I don't want to say like black retailer, but it was a black retailer for like cheap clothes. So there'd be a lot of FUBU,
Right.
a lot of Rockefeller or what Rockaware, I think is what it was called, and a lot of off-brand stuff, under-the-counter stuff. But
Right.
my dad would take me and my sister to that place every time he picked us up, which was few and far between. But we won't get into that. But yeah, he'd take us there all the time, and now it wasn't my favorite part of the trip because he'd always expect us to find something, and I hated most of the clothes in there. So I'd end up picking like some polo that I would wear maybe once or twice to appease him. Uh, but I think that was the only shirt from there that I really was like, yeah, I could, because it was comfortable too. I
Yeah.
guess I'd worn it so much that it just felt good to wear as opposed to like
It's-
literally any other shirt that was in my closet at the time.
Yeah, you like softened it like, with so many
Yeah,
washes.
yeah. Sadly enough, that the exact reason I had to brutally cut it up and throw it away. It was disgusting by the end of its lifetime. Question
Yeah.
three. Uh, this is this is a weird question.
Oh wow.
Sort of self-loathing.
Oh my god.
Not even really, but question three. Do you think I have any chance of making it in the industry?
Of course, dude. It's at first I was a little scared. I was like, "Oh man, fashion, it's like an art, so art degrees are famously pretty like hard to get jobs in, but I think like a lot of those jobs that you can get are like a lot more accessible than you think. Especially you. You definitely have the eye for it. I've used you as like a valuable resource about like design and like clothing and shit. Like if I ever try on something new and I want to see like somebody that's gonna tell me the truth, no matter if they hate it or they love it, someone that's not gonna like censor their opinion to make me feel better. It's like it's definitely you. You're definitely always been like a voice of like honesty
Right.
in like the best times, I believe. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think you have a solid chance of getting in this industry,
Okay. Cool.
however brutal it may be.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I was expecting you to say no. Okay. I guess I. Is there anyone that you take direct influence from, style or lifestyle wise?
Hmm. Well, of course, yeah, yours truly, or not yours truly, but
Mine
you,
truly.
Jared Davidson.
Yeah.
But like, it's just everybody around me, you know. I've always been like an eclectic in the sense that like, yeah, I just see things and I'm like, I fucking love that. I would love to
Right.
emulate that somehow. And I remember like in middle school era, it was a lot more like obvious. Like whenever like took some of the fashion from my friends, but and then it was like Tyler the Creator, of
Right.
course, it's what
Right.
it start most of this fashion stuff. Just me wearing like really bright clothes and like or like horizontal stripes and
Right.
stuff.
Yeah. Lots of horizontal stripes.
Fucking love horizontal stripes so much. I need to put that back into the rotation.
No. No, you don't.
Yes, I
It
do. I love
is
them
far
still, but I wouldn't wear
past.
them.
It's not in style. I don't think it's been in style since Tyler the Creator, since what Cherry Bomb dropped. But
Just I'll make it back in style, dude.
yeah.
And it's been a lot. Like recently, like I think as of recent, it's been a lot more individual pieces and like how I'm feeling. Like I remember whenever I go shopping now, I'll like walk. I don't like dig anymore. I don't dig for clothes a
Yeah.
lot of the time. At least when I'm in the mall, I'll like look around, and if anything like drops my jaw, like it has to like shock me so much. I have no clothes in my closet right now because I keep taking them out because I'm like I don't wear this. Like this doesn't reflect who I am anymore. As you could tell, like every time we hang out, I have like four outfits
No,
left.
yeah, you've worn the same thing. Like I think the past 5 times I've seen you in person.
Right. And I'm not even embarrassed about it because like it's just these four things I think I've hit like something that's like translates directly from my soul. Like it's just that this is how I want to be perceived. It's definitely yeah, it's been a slow process. Like the first time wearing a crop top out felt very uncomfortable, I
Yeah.
guess to say the least.
Yeah,
I
cause
remember,
yeah.
but when you get used to it, I like cropped basically all of my shirts, but then I immediately regretted it because we live
Yeah, live in the bipolar state.
in.
But yeah, I've see, cause I've worn crop tops too. And I think,
Yeah, I mean, I think you're the reason that I cropped the first one. I remember we went on a Florida trip and I saw you wearing one. I was like, that's
yeah.
perfect. It's like it wasn't like fully cropped above the belly button. It was like
No, it's like
perfectly
right
like
at
along
the
the waistline,
yeah, right at the
where
belt
you're
line.
yeah, it was perfect. I was like, oh damn, that's exactly where I would want it.
Yeah. Well, I apologize to my listeners, but this is all the time we have for my podcast. Thank you, Christian, for joining me on the On Error podcast.
Yeah, anytime. This is fun.
It was fun. It's always fun talking to you, man. Well,
Thank you.
I appreciate the time. Goodbye.